Hello, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. You've probably been wondering where these slides have been, so I apologize. I am a few weeks late getting these out. As you can see, we had our meeting on May 28th for Q2, but better late than never, so let's jump into it. On our agenda, if we were in person, we'd say let's go around the room, but we'll skip that for this one. Going to go over some community activities and partnerships that we've been doing. Do a training update. Do our 5-star and 1-star CarePro programs. Talk to you a little bit about Nectar. We have some we appreciate you items, the CarePro of the month, anniversary pay, and referral rewards. Not on the agenda, but we're going to talk a little bit about Meridio. Some of y'all may have seen that. And then we've got some friendly reminders, and we will draw for prizes. So we'll skip this one. On our community activities and partnerships, Susan and Nikki are our BDAs, our business development advisors. Their job is to go around the community, meet with rehabs, hospitals, independent living, assisted living, all sorts of potential referral providers. So we can meet with folks, tell them about all the great stuff that y'all are able to do and help people with. And so they've got probably the best job. They get to go out and make friends, talk to people, and drum up business for us. So there's a few pictures here of some of the things they've been doing. And then on this slide as well, out and about in the community. All right, a training update real quick for you. Specialized care training is it's a higher degree of care. Some of y'all are aware of this. It's for bedbound care. It also covers couples care. But anytime that folks are going to need a little bit higher acuity for things like a Hoyer lift, how to do bed baths, how to transfer people and roll people in a bed, how to change the sheets while they're in them, how to change their clothes while they're in the bed, still laying down. So all those things are covered in our specialized services training class. It's a small class. There's 3 CarePros max per class, so you get a lot of one-on-one time, a lot of skill-focused time. It's 4 segments. The total class is about 2.5 hours. If you'd like to get into this one, give Amanda a call at the office. If you are interested in taking that class, you got to call and let us know. But you must be willing to work with clients that are specialized services. So good thing to remember there. You do get an additional $2 an hour anytime you're working on a specialized services client. So there's another incentive to be doing those. But we'll be reach out to us if you'd like to take the class, or Amanda may be reaching out to you if she thinks you might be a good candidate for it. We also offer Alzheimer's and dementia training that's been developed in association with the Alzheimer's Association. Next class was in June, and I think that one actually has already happened. Like I said, I know I'm a little bit late getting this out, but we'll do those monthly, so there's always another one coming up. It's a home instead standard. If you're scheduled for the class, it's the same as a shift. You're getting paid for that. It is also in person, like our specialized services training. It's 3 segments, so it ends up being about 2.5 hours. It's an increased confidence of care because, as most of you know, that quite a few, most, not all, but most of our clients have some sort of cognitive impairment. They're dealing with Alzheimer's, dementia, or something related. And so it's really good to give you all the tools to care for them in the appropriate manner and to be more prepared when you do get assigned to those clients. So contact Amanda if you'd like to be in that class, and likely she'll be reaching out to you to get you enrolled at some point if you haven't taken it already. Also do online training. So it's on Activated Insights now. There are over 650 classes to pick from. Just a few that we can highlight here: understanding hospice, understanding hearing disorders, mealtime, those sorts of things. It's a really great resource if you're working with a client who maybe has something you haven't seen before. They're dealing with a certain physical disability, or something that is maybe a little bit different than you've seen. more than likely there's going to be a class that will address that. And so again, this is something you get paid for if you're taking those classes. Reach out to Amanda. She will assign the class to you in Activated Insights, and then you'll get paid for your time when you take it, and hopefully glean some good information and improve your skills so that we can better serve our clients. Few reminders that Kelly gave during the meeting, I'll just cover them here. When you can't make a shift, you please call us. So if you know you're scheduled for a shift and you can't make it, don't text us, don't email us, please call us, because if you text or email, we may miss it. And a lot of time that's time sensitive, and so we've got to get somebody fill in that shift as quickly as possible. So make sure and call us. Provide doctor's notes for call offs. So sometimes we get call offs. Life happens, we understand that, but a doctor's note, if you're sick, you know, to the doctor, that will excuse that absence for you, won't count against you. When we schedule you, you please got to respond to us. So if you can't do it for some reason, you got to let us know. And then, if, you know, even when you can, don't assume that we know that you saw it. When we schedule you, please reach out to us, ask for that note before you go, and start that communication with the office so we can get you prepped for that shift. Good reminder here is to please not discuss your personal information with clients. I know that you know you guys are getting really close with a lot of the folks that we're serving that you're taking care of, and so naturally, you know, more personal items are going to come up. But let's try to always keep it professional, kind of keep those things to a minimum, especially with some of these folks that we're working with are a bit more vulnerable of a population. So we got to keep that in mind when we're talking to them. Don't want to ever give the appearance of anything improper. So last thing here is make sure and text the office number to request time off. I think V sends that out every so often. Make sure and respond to the text. So text that office number to request the time off. That's how you'll know that we see it. That's where we're expecting to get those requests. And so if you email us or something else, we might not see it, might not have it on the schedule for you. So please text the office number to request that time off. All right, 5-Star Care Pro program update. 5-Star Care Pro program, it's 4 things that you've got to do or not do essentially in order to be a 5-Star Care Pro. So be on time to your client shifts so you don't have any lates for the month. Don't call off a shift that you've been assigned. You know, we assign y'all, we schedule y'all within that availability that you give us. So if you can just work that availability, which is actually the third one on here, accept shift assignments within your hours of availability. If you're not accepting those shift assignments within your availability, it is a tag. You won't be a 5-Star Care Pro for that month. And then last is respond to our calls, texts, emails on a timely basis. So again, kind of reaching back to what some of the things Kelly was talking about on that last slide. They're all directly tied to our 5-Star Care Pro program. We want everybody to be a 5-Star Care Pro and get those monthly bonuses. But those are the 4 things to keep in mind. So what does that get you? If you don't have any of those tags on a monthly basis, what can you earn? So if you have no tags and you've worked between 10 and 20 hours a week for that month, you get 100 points on Nectar. If you've worked between 20 and 35 hours per week, that's 250 points. And if you've worked at least 35 or more hours per week, that is 500 Nectar points for that month, or about $50, which is pretty cool. All right, on the flip side, the 1-Star Care Pro counseling. So what is it? It's when a Care Pro has 5 or more performance improvement tags in a calendar month. So things like being late to a shift, calling off a shift, not working within your availability, or not being responsive, all those can pick you up a tag. If you get 5 or more of those, it puts you on the 1-Star program. And what that means is it's an opportunity to work with that Care Pro with any of those 4 areas that we discussed. The first time, and I'll switch over here. There we go. The first time is the within a 6-month period, Kelly's going to give you a call, do some counseling, some coaching, set some goals, and we're going to celebrate with you at the end of the month when you've knocked it out of the park. The second time, if it happens within a 6 month period, we're going to review that previous coaching session. We'll discuss like, hey, what's keeping you from doing what we need you to do? And then it is a write up on a formal counseling form, and then determine what has to be done differently to address that issue. And then I'll go. Oh, I can't go back. The last slide was just talking about why these things are so important, and I always like to highlight a few things because some of these things can seem minor. I know to us when it's when you're thinking, hey, I'm 5 minutes late, I'm 10 minutes late, what's the big deal? Or hey, I didn't work a shift within my availability, or I called off a shift. Uh, and I know it might not seem like a big deal to y'all, but for our clients, it can be a really big deal. We have clients that, they're in bed until we get there every day, right? And so when we are consistently late, we're consistently offsetting their schedule, especially if we're severely late, right? If someone's expecting you to be there at 8 a.m. to help them get up and start their day, and we're not there till 8:30 or 9, they're stuck in bed, right? And so who knows, all what that means for how their day gets started. When you're calling off a shift, especially last minute, it can put a client in a bad spot. We've got to send somebody out that maybe they're not familiar with, and so there's just real issues that some of our clients are going to have when some of these things happen, and that's why we try to incentivize them the way we do. So Nectar, I know, is relatively new for our care pros that have been with us for a while. I know you'll remember Bonusly, but Nectar is going to work in the exact same way. It's our employee rewards program. So those points are awarded for going above and beyond when caring for your clients. It's our way of saying thank you and calling out people for doing an awesome job, which y'all do all the time, every day. What can you do with those points? They are good for a variety of gift cards, Visa cards, and directly on Amazon. I also think there's like a coupon, a whole section on like coupon rewards, which y'all already have access to. It doesn't have anything to do with the points necessarily. It's just being on the platform. So I highly encourage you guys to go in and explore Nectar. I think there's a few people that still haven't even activated their accounts from when we made the switch over. So make sure you've activated your account. We've been awarding points on Nectar for the last few months now, so you may already have some in there that you haven't seen or you didn't know about, but could definitely go check that out. Nectar, like I mentioned, replaced Bonusly. Oh, and that's just what I was saying. If you haven't already activated your account, go ahead and go do it. All right, if you have any questions about Nectar, first, download the app on your phone. It's Nectar Employee Recognition. It's in iOS and on the Google Store on Android. If you have any questions, give V a call at the office. If you have any trouble downloading the app, if you're having trouble logging in or checking your point balance, or if you have trouble redeeming, some folks I know would always call V to help with redeeming Bonusly points. We can do the same thing on Nectar. So just give V a call at the office and she will be happy to help you with that. Just to highlight there, V can help you redeem. The Visa and MasterCard options don't work as well when we're trying to do that. So um, those might be an issue, but obviously plenty of other options on there if you need help with it. All right, some appreciation highlights. We'll start with kind of Amanda's Care Pro corner over here. What is the Care Pro Advocate program? Well, Amanda is our Care Pro mentor. She is here for you guys first and foremost. So if you have any questions, ideas, or issues that you'd like to discuss, and that really, I mean, if it's something, hey, skill wise, I need help with this, or I've got a really difficult client, and here are the things I'm dealing with. I need some support here. I need some advice, or you just need somebody to talk to after you had a client pass away that you were really close with, or you were put in a tough situation. Amanda's your outlet. She's there for you. Please do give her a call and utilize her. She is that resource for you. That Care Pro Corner I mentioned, she sends out periodic messages through WellSky, reminds you some of the benefits you have available to you. And then, like I mentioned, Amanda's our Care Pro mentor for all of our Care Pros, but she has been lately specifically spending a lot of time with our new Care Pros. So you might see her out in the field doing a field assessment with a new Care Pro after training. It's a tough job that you guys have where you come in, you do your training, and then we send you out and you're just kind of by yourself. So one of the things we talked about was, hey, can we get Amanda more out in the field with folks early on to help them shore up some skills if they ever have questions about that, and just to be a resource in the field and feel like, hey, I do have some support here. So again, please utilize Amanda. She's here for you guys and loves helping y'all. So please give her a call. Pro of the month. So congratulations to Tamara and Trish. Every month, the winner receives 500 Nectar points, and I know Amanda puts together a little goodie bag. It's really cool. And then you get a write up about you, which is pretty neat. We've got a journalist friend who used to write for newspapers that will give you a call. They do an interview, talk to you about, hey, how did you get into this really cool career, and what led you to do this? Because it's a work of heart, as Kelly likes to say, and there's usually something that drew you to it. And we always like to hear those stories. That's one of the best parts of the month is getting those stories back from Brian and seeing what has led y'all to do this, and just some of the amazing folks that we have here at Home Instead. Learning more about them. All right, caregiver anniversary pay. So first off, what is it? Anniversary pay is paid out. It's $120 per year, full year that you've been here, up to 5 years. And I know my head is in the way here of that little chart on the right, but that ends up at about $600 when you've been here 5 years or more. That's $600 a year, and you can see how that grows over time. So how do you qualify? You got to be an active employee at Home Instead at the time of the payout. You have to average at least 10 hours a week over the past year. And if you leave for more than 6 weeks and come back, that date will reset. But we pay it out for the prior quarter. So in April, we paid out for the Q1. And then next month in July, we'll pay out for Q2. Last quarter or Q1, we paid out almost $5,000 on April 10th paychecks, which is awesome. Everybody on here, you can see who got what, how long they've been here. It's really, really cool to see some of the tenure that some of these folks have, and just really neat that we get to recognize them in that way. All right, some friendly reminders. Referral reward. So if you know someone that would be a great care pro, if that person is hired, you refer them, and that person is hired, comes in, mentions, hey, this is who referred me. They work for you guys. Person is hired and works their first shift. That is 500 Nectar points for you. After 100 hours, that is 2,000 Nectar points. So 250 bucks for a Care Pro referral. On the flip side, if you refer a client and they complete at least 3 shifts with us, that is 1,000 Nectar points. So I know a lot of times y'all are out and about with your clients. They have friends that see you with them, and they might ask you sometime, hey, tell me about what you do. What are the things that you assist with, and how could you help me? Tell them, hey, give Home Instead a call. They'd be happy to help you. Mention my name, and absolutely, we will get you those Nectar points for client referrals as well. All right, badge card, some helpful numbers on there. If you hadn't in a while, take a look at your badge. There should be a little card on there with some important information. We've got your 5-Star Care Pro program reminders, what you have to do or not do to qualify as a 5-Star Care Pro. Paydays are paid on the 10th and the 25th for those prior 2 weeks. So the first through the 15th of every month gets paid out on the 25th, and the 16th through the 31st gets paid out on the following 10th. Time off requests, text that number. Text for insurance and driver's license pictures. That's going to be the on-call phone number. You can email insurance and driver's license pictures to caregiverhi@gmail.com. And then your telemedicine phone number is on there as well, and then the URL for your Pay Plus in case you want to get W-2, any tax information, pay stubs, so on and so forth. All right, two ways to access those pay stubs. You should be getting an email every payday. It's got your pay stub in it. It's got some information about that check that just went out. Also, if you need to go back a ways and you don't want to search through that email inbox, go to your employee portal on payplus.evolutionadvancedhr.com. You'll sign in with your email and password, and then you can click on My HR, select My Pay Stub, and you should be able to go back and see any of your historical pay stubs or tax documents. All right. Next thing here is a reminder for folks. There is a home instead support line. So um, y'all have a really difficult job, and especially when we lose some of the folks that we're close with, clients that we've been with for a long, long time. It can be really difficult to process that, hard to handle that, and so Home Instead does provide a support line. I believe it's 24/7, and it doesn't just have to do with work. I mean, if you're having some issues personally that you need somebody to talk to, call this number. There are people there to help, and it's a good resource for you. Telemedicine. Once you've been a caregiver with us for at least 60 days, you are eligible to take advantage of our My Telemedicine program. It's if you have not for anything major, no major emergencies or anything like that, go to the hospital or call 911. But you get a head cold, you got an ear infection, something along those lines, you can call this number right here, and somebody they'll put you in touch with a healthcare provider. They can help diagnose whatever your issue is, and then call in any medicine you need. So that's a good resource for everybody. Once you've been here 60 days, you are eligible. If you're not sure, call and Amanda can check for you. One new thing that we added, we're excited about, is Meridio. So they are our new health benefits provider. They offer plans that start at $180 a month. Those plans are primarily focused on preventative health. It's preventative health visits and pharmaceutical access. They do offer more comprehensive plans for different pricing tiers, but really where that one's going to focus on is, like I said, the preventative health visits. It also has a telemedicine piece to it, but then the pharmaceutical access is the big one there. That will cover. I think there's a whole list of generic drugs that will cover. And so, if you have any questions about that, give us a call at the office. It's new employees will have the opportunity to enroll once they've been with the company for 60 days. When that timeline has passed, someone from Meridio should reach out to you. You should get a text or an email, something along those lines. If you're interested in joining, just follow the link that they send you, schedule a time to talk with someone from Meridio. Um, Going over the what they offer. So the MEC plans, those are the ones starting at $180 a month. They also have the MV plans, which I mentioned are a little bit higher acuity, a little bit more comprehensive. And then they offer dental and vision plans as well as voluntary benefit plans. Things will cover like hospital indemnity, ambulances, things like that. And all totally optional if you're interested. And again, I'll just highlight that again, these are all optional plans, not required. But they are available to you. We're already, paying for the platform to be able to offer them to you. So if you're interested, give us a call or reach out to Meridio whenever they send you the information, and they can help bring you up to speed. All right, so just as a review, if you have any questions on the WellSky app or telemedicine, Amanda is who you should call. If you got Nectar questions, V is a good resource for you. And if you have anything advanced HR or telemedicine or Meridio, Jocelyn is going to be the one that you want to talk to. So just call up to the office, ask for them, and we'll get you pointed in the right direction. All right, no live audience, so I can't take questions at the moment, but if you have anything, please email us, call us, text us, however you need to get in touch with us. We are here for you. So anything I covered today, poorly, well, or otherwise, that you have any comments, questions, or concerns about, please reach out. We're here for you. And for those watching the recording, if you will send an email to V with the name of our new Point Health Insurance option. I think I said new Point, but it's actually just our new health insurance option. That will get you entry into the Point Reward raffle. That's how we'll know you watched the video. And that will, like I said, get you in the raffle. All right. And what would those raffle prizes be? Well, if you were in attendance, you had the option or chance to win a glorious $25 Chick-fil-A gift card. We gave out 4 of those. For our folks that are watching from home and for the folks that also were in the live audience, we're going to enter y'all into the nectar raffle for 100, 250, or 500 nectar points will be the grand prize. We'll draw that in probably about a week. So it's Sunday night right now while I'm recording this, Sunday the 21st. So let's say by Sunday next week, if you can let V know, we'll wrap it all up and draw for prizes in. And thank you so much for watching, and hope you guys have a fantastic rest of the month. And give us a call if you need us. Thanks.